Hi everyone, my name is Aishwarya and welcome back to Education. A lot of you keep asking me if you should maintain online notes or offline notes. So if your writing speed is not good enough, तो आपको offline notes maintain करना चाहिए. But if you are a working professional or you are studying, you're going to college and you're preparing for civil services, then you should opt for online notes making because आप कहीं भी कभी भी अपने notes को revise कर सकते हैं और उसको properly organize रख सकते हैं. Now in front of you, I'm using this Notability app, but there is also an alternative. You can opt for another wonderful application which is Evernote, right? So now I will show you कैसे मैं online अपने notes को maintain करती हूँ so that I can teach you well. Along with teaching you how to make online notes, I will also teach you lesson number 3 of Tip of Tips series. Let's get started. आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे ये 5 टॉपिक्स जिसमें पहला टॉपिक है People's Plan Campaign. I hope you have heard of it. If not, we focus here. People's Plan Campaign. See, panchayats have been made mandated for the preparation of Panchayat Development Plan for economic development and social justice utilizing the resources available to them. So basically, PDP का importance आपको समझना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? पंचायत को ये मैंडेटरी है कि वो एक PDP यानी पंचायत डेवलपमेंट प्लान को बनाए फॉर इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट एंड सोशल जस्टिस. वो भी रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं, उसके साथ वो ये दोनों गोल्स को अचीव कर पाए. द PDP प्लानिंग प्रोसेस हैज टू बी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव and based on participatory process which involves full convergence with schemes of all related central ministries or line departments related to 29 subjects enlisted in the 11th schedule of the constitution. तो ये point बहुत ज़्यादा important है, इस पे ध्यान रखने की ज़रूरत है. Alright, it is basically integration of all the schemes in one. जितने भी schemes हैं वो सारे के सारे हम उनको इंटीग्रेट करते हैं. द रीजन बीइंग कोहेसिव मैनर में काम हो सके, एक प्रोसेस वे में काम हो सके, क्योंकि क्या होता है एक डिपार्टमेंट को पता ही नहीं होता दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट में क्या काम हो रहा है. सही है, तो सबको एक साथ अलाइन करने के लिए ये पीडीपी का कॉन्सेप्ट लाया गया जो मैंडेटरी है फॉर ऑल द पंचायत्स इन द कंट्री. Now about People's Plan Campaign. The People's Plan Campaign is an effective strategy for ensuring the preparation of GPDP in a campaign mode. During the campaign, structured Gram Sabha meetings will be held for preparing Panchayat development plans for the next financial year. And People's Plan Campaign, this is not a very new concept. ये पहली बार केरला में किया गया था and it was successful. The strategy is to ensure the preparation of Gram Panchayat development plans in a campaign mode. For instance, अगर कोई नया product launch करना होता है तो सबसे पहले एक इनिशियल इंट्रोडक्टरी कैंपेन किया जाता है जिससे लोगों को उस प्रोडक्ट के बारे में पता चलता है, जिसको अवेयरनेस कैंपेन बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो कोई कॉज है जिसको पंचायत टारगेट कर रही है, से फॉर इंस्टेंस मैटर्निटी हेल्थ, ठीक है, मैटर्निटी वेलबींग ऑफ विमेन, तो उसके बारे में सबसे पहले वोकलाइज करके बताना पड़ता है, समझाना पड़ता है कि ये क्यों ज़रूरी है. सो इस चीज़ के बारे में जब बात की जाती है तो ये बात स्प्रेड होने लगती है धीरे धीरे कि भाई इसके प्रोज बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, राइट. सो people should opt for this particular, choosing this particular scheme so that they can benefit out of it. So इस तरह से campaign mode में धीरे धीरे scheme को execute किया जाएगा. Alright, the meetings will involve physical presence and presentation by frontline workers or supervisors on 29 sectors. Special efforts have been made to ensure maximum participation of the vulnerable sections of the society like SC, ST, women, etc. Alright, PDP also aims to strengthen the role of elected representatives of panchayats and self-help group women under DAY NRLM in effective Gram Sabha. There are 31.65 lakh elected panchayat representatives across the country, in which 14.53 lakh are women. So, you can understand कि women's participation कितना important है when we talk about Panchayat Development Plan. Alright. Now talking about online notes making, you can see how aligned it is. ये static portion है कि भाई इसका importance क्या है इस campaign का, और नीचे कुछ updates है जो न्यूज़ में रिपोर्ट किए गए थे. एक पिक्चर मैंने लगा लिया जो एक माइंड मैप का काम करता है जो न्यूज़पेपर्स में आते हैं. आप एक स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो, उसको क्रॉप करके यहाँ पे लगा सकते हो, राइट. एंड यहाँ पे ग्राम सभा डैशबोर्ड के बारे में भी मैंने बात की है. सो ग्राम सभा डैशबोर्ड विल हेल्प इन इंक्रीजिंग मैक्सिमम पार्टिसिपेशन थ्रू द मीटिंग ऑफ ग्राम सभा, स्टैंडिंग कमिटी मीटिंग ऑफ ग्राम पंचायत, मीटिंग ऑफ इलेक्टेड पंचायत पब्लिक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स थ्रू आउट द ईयर. राइट, सो दिस इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ ग्राम सभा डैशबोर्ड, जो एक इम्पॉर्टेंट टर्म था, रिपोर्ट किया गया था इन द न्यूज़पेपर, इसलिए मैंने इसको यहाँ पे नोट कर दिया है. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज हाउ यू कैन अलाइन योर नोट्स प्रॉपरली. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा जा सकता है प्रीलिम्स में, तो इट्स राइट हियर. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स रिगार्डिंग ग्राम पंचायत डेवलपमेंट प्लान. People's Plan campaign is an effective strategy for ensuring the preparation of GPDP in a campaign mode. GPDP will increase participation through meeting of Gram Sabha via standing committee, meeting of Gram Panchayat throughout the year. The GPDP aims to strengthen role of elected representatives of panchayats and SHGs under day NRLM in effective Gram Sabha. The above statements is or are correct. What do you think? Abhi I explained you the meaning of People's Plan campaign. So you should know by now that the answer is all of the above. All the statements are correct. So this is the required amount of knowledge you need अगर ग्राम पंचायत डेवलपमेंट प्लान या पीपल्स प्लान कैंपेन पे कोई भी सवाल आएगा तो आपको इतना एटलीस्ट पता होना चाहिए जो अभी हमने डिस्कस किया. ऑलराइट, द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज डेप्यूटी स्पीकर ऑफ लोक सभा. Recently, Delhi High Court sought Lok Sabha Secretariat reply to a petition on the vacant post of the Deputy Speaker for over 2 years. So, ये न्यूज़ तो रिपोर्ट हो गई, उसका एक पॉलिटिकल कुछ एक ट्विस्ट होगा, टर्न होगा जिसमें हमारा कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. यहाँ पर आपका इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए टू लर्न अबाउट डेप्यूटी स्पीकर ऑफ द लोक सभा एंड कैसे इनका इलेक्शन होता है. ठीक है, हाउ इज डेप्यूटी स्पीकर इलेक्टेड. सी, द स्पीकर एंड द डेप्यूटी स्पीकर आर प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स ऑफ लोक सभा. When the speaker's office is vacant or he is absent for a particular sitting of the house, deputy speaker will perform his duty. Particular point बहुत important है, पूछा जाएगा and then you'll remember me. Under Article 94, speaker resigns from his office by writing to the deputy speaker. Again, very important. Under Article 93, the House of the People shall as soon as may be choose 2 members of the House to be respectively Speaker and Deputy Speaker thereof, and so often as the office of Speaker and Deputy Speaker becomes vacant, the House shall choose another member to be a Speaker or Deputy Speaker as the case may be. Article 93 is saying कि जब भी ये positions vacant होंगी, so immediately the members of the House should respectively make a choice, like these positions should not be kept vacant for a longer period of time. Though no timeline on election is provided under Article 93, which is correct. यहाँ पे ये नहीं लिखा गया कि 2 महीने के अंदर इलेक्शन हो जाना चाहिए या 1 महीने के अंदर आपको सिलेक्ट करना होगा एक स्पीकर एंड डेप्यूटी स्पीकर. यहाँ पे टाइमलाइन नहीं दिया गया है. Okay, that is the reason I've mentioned this point. Being an important constitutional office, the election is usually held on next sitting after speaker selection, as president fixes the date for speaker election, and after being elected, the speaker fixes the date for deputy speaker's election. So, जैसे ही सीट vacant हो गई, president will fix a date जब स्पीकर का इलेक्शन होगा, एंड जैसे स्पीकर इज इलेक्टेड ही विल फिक्स द डेट और शी विल फिक्स द डेट कि भाई अब डेप्यूटी स्पीकर के पोजीशन में किसी को इलेक्ट करके उस ऑफिस को संभालने दे दिया जाए. नाउ यू शुड थिंक अबाउट व्हाई दिस ऑफिस हैज रिमेन्ड वेकेंट. सी, since Morarji Desai's government, the post of deputy speaker is conventionally given to the biggest opposition party in the house, with few exceptions. This is important. With few exceptions, as combined opposition lacks in strength to elect the member of their choice as deputy speaker, the choice of electing the deputy speaker falls on the government of the day. So there are 2 ways. Either opposition party, जो biggest opposition party है, उनमें से किसी एक को deputy speaker की position दी जाती है, या तो फिर जो गवर्नमेंट इन डे है, जो प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट है, दे विल मेक अ चॉइस कि किस मेंबर को डेप्यूटी स्पीकर बनाना है. Alright? What might be asked in Prelims 2022 out of this? So focus on the statements. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Statement 1. Article 94 states that Deputy Speaker resigns by writing to the Speaker. No, it is the other way around. Speaker resigns by writing to the Deputy Speaker. So, Statement 1 is incorrect. जहाँ जहाँ Statement 1 दिया हुआ है उन options को मैं eliminate कर दूंगी. So, A and D are eliminated. I'm left with B and C. Statement 2. When the office of Speaker is vacant, Deputy Speaker shall perform his duties in his absence, which is correct. The post of Deputy Speaker is always given to the biggest opposition party in the House, which is incorrect. हमने अभी भी देखा कि या तो opposition को दिया जाता है या तो present day government will make a choice when there is no strong opposition present. So the answer is going to be option B, 2 only. So now I wanted to cover some important polity updates which are very important for your exam. It might come, so why not to cover it under Tip of Tips series. The first one is Amendment in All India Services Conduct Rules 1968. So currently, presently, officers of Indian Civil Services, All India Services, are allowed to accept gifts from their relatives, personal friends, or on occasions, right, where there is no official dealing involved. And if the price of the gift is more than 25,000 rupees, they have to report it to the government. Now, the amendment says that these officers shall be allowed to retain gifts received from foreign dignitaries while being members of the Indian delegation. So, if you're a member of an Indian delegation, you're going to, say, the United States, and there you are given or offered a gift, you can take it now. Right? Presently, there are no provisions under AIS Conduct Rules 1968 with regard to the receipt or retention of gifts from foreign dignitaries. All right. Now, next one is Prime Minister's Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situation. PM Cares Fund के बारे में कुछ update आई है. So, Centre has informed Delhi High Court that PM Cares Fund is a charitable trust and it's not a government fund, as the amount collected by it does not go to the Consolidated Fund of India. So this is an important update. It was made in response to a petition seeking that PM Cares Fund be declared as the state under Article 12 of the Constitution. The Prime Minister is the chairperson, ex-officio chairperson of PM Cares Fund, and Minister of Defence, Home Affairs, Finance Minister, Government of India are ex-officio trustees of the fund. So PM Care के बारे में आपको इतना पता होना चाहिए. Now, under Article 12, इस fund को state declare नहीं किया जाएगा because this fund is a charitable trust and not a government fund. So remember this update regarding PM Cares Fund. Alright. Next important update is on Meghalaya Enterprise Architecture Project, Meghia, which is launched now. So the aim is to transform traditional service delivery process into digital service system. It's all about digitization. So Meghia is spread across 6 pillars. ये important है, ठीक है? Which 6 pillars? Governance, human resource, entrepreneurship, primary sector, infrastructure, and environment. Meghalaya is the first state to implement India Enterprise Architecture India as Meghia. Okay? So India क्या है? So India, which is launched by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, is a framework that enables the development and implementation of enterprise architectures independently and in parallel by all government and their agencies across India, conforming to the same models and standards. It is a way to establish unity in diversity in the domain of e-governance. It is a very important point. अगर आपको ये point याद नहीं रहता ना, तो इस statement से आपको इंडिया का purpose समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है? The framework consists of 8 reference models such as business, application, data, technology, performance, security, integration, architecture, governance. That's it. 8 of them. And now we'll move on to Quad. This is the third important topic that we are going to discuss today. So why this was in news? First ever in-person meeting of Quad was held in Washington, United States in September 2021. Our Prime Minister was present. So ये Quad आखिर है क्या? ठीक है? इसका development या इसका जो existence है उसका reason क्या है? Right? And why is Quad important for India? Let's see that. So Quadrilateral Security Dialogue is an informal association of India, USA, Australia and Japan. So remember this. पहली बार Quad की meeting हुई थी 2007 में when there was ASEAN summit. So it was on the sidelines of ASEAN summit. Wasn't like a formal meeting, but these four countries met and they decided to form a Quad. Now, Quad was made during the time when India was really, really concerned about China's economic and military aspirations. So, the origin of Quad can be traced way back to 2004, जब tsunami आई थी, जब exercise Malabar हुआ था, and India conducted relief operations after the tsunami for itself and neighboring countries, and later India was joined by US, Japan, and Australia. So this was like the first time need of having Quad was felt. But 2008 में, because of lack of common approach and vision, Quad was over. Like वो properly एक formal setup establish ही नहीं हो पाया, because all these four countries, they had their own vision, they had their own issues, and they were not aligned. ठीक है, there was no harmony between their aims. But in 2017, India again faced the rising threat of China, and this threat was felt equally by USA, Australia, and Japan. And the four countries decided to revive Quad. Quad 2.0 इसका नाम दिया गया, is the outcome of substantial groundwork over the period of 2017 to 2021. The core objective of Quad is to secure a rules-based global order, freedom of navigation, and liberal trading system. It is considered as an alliance of maritime democracies, and the forum is maintained by meetings, semi-regular summits, information exchanges, military drills of all the member countries. So, threat of China was a concern, and even now. All right, and that is one of the key reasons Quad 2.0 came into existence. Question क्या पूछा जा सकता है? Recently, Quad was in news. Consider the following statements and choose which of the following statements is or are correct. See, UPSC का recently जो है ना, वो 1 साल, 2 साल, 3 साल भी पुराना हो सकता है. Okay, so this was reported in 2021, but हो सकता है किसी reason से Quad दोबारा news में रहा हो या नहीं भी रहा हो, तो वो recently लिख सकते हैं, because this is 1 year old. But I'm telling you this, कभी कभार काफ़ी पुराना headline रिसेंटली लिख के पूछा जाता है, बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं उसके बारे में कुछ ना कुछ चर्चा प्रेजेंट डे में भी हो रही है. सो यू हैव टू कीप टैब ऑन दोज काइंड ऑफ टॉपिक्स. नाउ कौन सा स्टेटमेंट सही है वो हमें चेक करना है. सो इट इज़ एन इनफॉर्मल एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया, यूएसए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड साउथ कोरिया. नो, इंडिया, यूएसए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड जापान. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. अब मुझे टाइम बचाना है या मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, तो मुझे पता है फॉर श्योर कि स्टेटमेंट 1 गलत है, तो जहाँ जहाँ स्टेटमेंट 1 दिया हुआ है वो ऑप्शंस को मैं एलिमिनेट कर दूंगी, ताकि मेरे पास सिर्फ 2 चॉइसेस बचे जिसमें से मुझे सही आंसर टिक करना है. ठीक है. नाउ द ग्रुप मेट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन पर्सन इन वॉशिंगटन, विच इज करेक्ट. Quad is a setup to counter the growing might of China economically and militarily, which is correct. Core objective of Quad is to secure rules-based global order, freedom of navigation, and liberal trading system. So the answer, which is correct. So the answer is option B, 2, 3, and 4 only. So talking about notes making, you can see कि static portion cover हो गया. This is like a history of Quad, कहाँ से शुरू हुई Quad की बात. And जो recent update है वो भी यहाँ पे noted है. साथ में जो news cuttings है या पिक्चर्स जो आपको मिलते हैं वो भी यहाँ पे लगे हुए साथ में. सो एक 360 डिग्री कवरेज है Quad के टॉपिक का. अगर कोई रीसेंट अपडेट आएगा मेरे को बस यहाँ पे एक और पैराग्राफ ऐड करना है एंड आई कैन स्टार्ट टाइपिंग. ऑलराइट, आई कैन जस्ट सिंपली स्टार्ट टाइपिंग इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग न्यू. मैं यहाँ पे डेट यहाँ पे मेंशन कर लूँगी कि भाई 24 फेब को ये रिपोर्ट किया गया था. दैट्स इट. टिक 4, GI tag to Judima rice wine. So recently this was reported that Assam's Dimsa tribe's homemade rice wine has bagged GI tag, and this is the first time a traditional brew in all of Northeast has gotten a GI tag. Judima wine है जो Dimsa tribe बनाते हैं, and they use glutinous rice called bora and bark of a plant called themra collected from the forest surrounding the region. So GI tag उन products को दिया जाता है which are specific to a geographical location or has a specific geographical origin. तो ये एक important point है जो आपको याद रखना है. Recently Judima homemade rice wine को दिया गया ये tag, ऑलराइट. एंड आसाम के और भी कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जिनको जीआई टैग मिल चुका है, लाइक मूगा सिल्क, जोहा राइस, तेजपुर लिची. Right? So remember this name. About GI tag, it is given, it's a name or sign used on a certain products which corresponds to a specific geographical location or origin. For instance, ये important point है. Darjeeling tea became the first GI tagged product in India in 2004 and 5. It is specific to that region. क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा जा सकता है? GI टैग पे एक्चुअली सवाल आते हैं, इसीलिए ये इंपॉर्टेंट है और यहाँ पर इंक्लूडेड है. See, GI tag is a name or sign used on certain products which corresponds to a specific geographical location or origin. This statement is correct. Darjeeling tea became the first GI tag product in India, which is correct. The third statement is Judima is a rice wine of Nagaland tribe that recently bagged GI tag. No, it is an Assamese tribe called Dimsa. Okay, so option A is correct. The final topic of the day, DigiSaksham. So, Union Labour Ministry and Microsoft India have jointly launched a digital skilled platform called DigiSaksham to enhance youth employability. This joint initiative is an extension of the ongoing programs to support youth from rural and semi-urban areas. Key points. Free of cost training in digital skills including basic skills as well as advanced level computing will be provided to more than 3 lakh youths in the first year. Priority will be given to job seekers of semi-urban areas belonging to disadvantaged communities, including those who have lost their jobs due to COVID-19 pandemic. Training would be conducted at Model Career Centers, MCCs, and National Career Service Centers, NCSC, for SCs and STs across the country. So this initiative will be implemented by Aga Khan Rural Support Program, India. Role of NCS portal, this is important. The job seekers can access the training through National Career Service Portal, and this portal is implemented by Ministry of Labour and Employment. सवाल क्या पूछा जा सकता है? Let's look at that. Recently, DigiSaksham was in news. Consider the following statements. Which of the above is or correct? It is jointly launched platform by Ministry of HRD and Microsoft, Ministry of Labour and Employment. The joint initiative is an extension of ongoing programs to support youth from rural and semi-urban areas. This is correct. The scheme is implemented by Aga Khan Rural Support Program, India. Correct. Job seekers can access training through NCS portal. This is correct. So the answer is going to be option D, 2, 3 and 4 only. Okay. I hope the session was helpful. I will be coming with such kind of topics more and more frequently. And I'll see you in the next one. Not forget to subscribe and please press that bell icon to stay updated.